my equestrian account on Instagram, you will have seen Rose's cuts. So before any of you worry, they are being taken care of. I am cleaning them and I am putting medicine on them. So she didn't like the trailer, and how I had to get her on was I had to blindfold her because she just kept reacting to the trailer, and she reacts to pressure on her face, and what she does is she either stops and doesn't move or she backs up and rears. So if you've watched some of my training videos, or video, I've only really have one, you would see that she has reared up on me many times. So when we were putting her on the trailer and we were cowboying her in, like putting a rope behind her hindquarters and pulling her in, instead of going forward, she backs up and flips because she rears up. So I have to start training her, basically re-halter braking her, because she's barely even halter broke. She barely even lets me lead her around. I have to go into zigzag motion to even make her step before she starts rearing up. So I've got a long road ahead of me when it comes to her, but that's kind of where we're at right now. So we got her on the trailer the first time. Yes, the first time. She flipped out because we made the mistake of being super excited that she was finally on the trailer after over an hour and 30 minutes of trying to get her on that trailer with help. So we screamed. She flipped out, kicked the door, and I got a giant bruise on my chest. And it hurts. One of the notches that you put the lock on hit me. Granted, I'm fine. It's nothing I can't handle. But she got out. And it was really irritating. So I went and caught her and tried to go back to the trailer. And of course, she's being difficult and rearing up and backing up. So now I'm showing dominance. So every time she starts to back up, I move her head. So I made her go in circles and circles and circles, jerking her head because she kept trying to get away from me. And I was like, no, you're listening to me. When I say this way, I mean it. So slowly but surely I got her back to the trailer. We probably spent 10-15 minutes pushing on the trailer door because we ended up latching the hook or the clip onto the trailer door and put the lunch line through the trailer out towards the front door. So she decided to try to sit down on us twice. She would not move. She stopped moving. And it didn't help that one of the people that was there helping us, their kid started screaming in the car, so she went to go check on him. Didn't come back. So I let the two people who I was with in the back, hey, handle this for a second, I'm gonna go up there. So I went up, helped my friend pull the lunch line back, and I got her a little bit more in, which gave us some leverage, but then she just stopped. She had one leg left, the back right leg, and she just stopped. If we would have moved, she would have sat down. So we kept pushing and pushing and leaning on the door to take a rest. Ooh, I'm sorry. And so we were taking such a long time. And by this time, it's dark outside. So the only light we had were headlights from the cars. So we finally got the door shut. I don't know how it happened, but she finally stepped in and we shut the gate, or shut the trailer door. I was leaning against that door with my whole body weight. I'm 183 pounds. I was not about to let this door pop open again. I was not gonna move. We got the gate closed, or the door shut and locked. So we officially had Rose trailered. By this time, it's 8 o'clock, 7:45 to 8 o'clock. And 30 minutes away from my house. So on the drive there, we had people following us, and they were saying that she was definitely not happy in that trailer. Go away, Satan! She was definitely not happy in that trailer. So she was rearing up and messing around, and at this time, it may have been the mistake that we made, but we still had the blindfold on her, the fly mask. She definitely did not like it. So we get to my house and we back the trailer up to the front of my gate. And if you haven't noticed, there's a truck parked in front of my gate to make sure nobody can drive into our pasture. So we had to park in between two cars and kind of zigzag the trailer to the gate. So I already have 3 horses in this pasture. One of them is mine, the other 2 are my neighbors. And so I have to make sure these horses aren't coming near, because they're gonna try to get out. Granted, mine probably won't. She's pretty easy to catch and she listens to me pretty well. But I wasn't about to mess with the other 2. So we got the horse out. She did really good getting out of the trailer. Like, she did really good. She just stepped right out. She had to run out, nothing. Stepped right out. And that's when we saw her covered in blood. Which it wasn't like covered, but you could tell she definitely cut herself open. And so she definitely destroyed the fly mask. If you've seen my last video, or the one before that, you will see that she destroyed it. So that fly mask is being retired, aka thrown away. So we took that off, and I went to go put her in the square arena that I feed Diamond in, that you've seen millions of times. So I got to put her in there, and she was kind of like on a high, I think, and she didn't know what was going on, so she listened a little bit better. So we get her into the square arena and shut the gate. Here come the horses. She tries to jump the fence twice. So I thought that was going to be way too dangerous to keep her locked up in there, so I let her out and let the herd dynamics work it through. She's gonna get kicked, she's gonna fight. Welcome to having horses. So from what I've noticed, because I've been out there every day checking on them and all that, is they have accepted her faster than they accepted Diamond. Because Diamond, it took a week before they even let her near them. But she has already been eaten with them, and it's only like day 3. So, I mean, it's kind of like, okay. But then again, she is 4 years old, Pepper is 3, Spooky is 11, and Diamond is 20. So Pepper was the one who kept chasing off Diamond. But now Pepper has a friend who has the energy to play around. So that could be a reasoning. I did leave the lead rope on for the first day, and then the second day when I went to feed, I took it off because I was like, you know what, just be a horse. And I gotta get a rope halter so she doesn't have much leverage to lean on when it comes to the halter she has on, which that halter actually belongs to Diamond. It was her size until I had to put it on Rose, and it's too big for Rose. So she needs a small, Diamond's a medium. Chibi keeps moving the bed. So I gotta get her a new halter and one that actually fits. So there's a couple things that I need for training, for saddling. But the thing is, that's not gonna be till a little bit into the future. So she has a long road ahead of her, considering I have to reteach her the basics. She does kick, she does rear, so she's very reactive, and just gotta do what I gotta do. But that is what happened the first day that I brought her home, and why she has all those cuts. And now, let's show you the cuts. they look bad. I mean, there's three of them that look bad. 2 of them. But, they're nothing that I can't fix and I can't clean. But the rest of them really just look like flesh wounds. Like because they're not bleeding and there's no blood around them. It's only her face above her eye. That's where most of the blood's at. And she probably just hit her head. So, first thing is to get that healed and get her healthy. So, and now I gotta start training her to call when I whistle when it's feeding time. This is gonna be a long journey.